And welcome back to Rimworld. This is Sadie.
And Chibies.
And we are picking up where we were leaving off. So what we have right now is, of course, I'm playing my glorious version over here, and Chibi is recording his own review over there. We are recording these games consecutively. I'm competitive, so of course for me it's all about who wins. For Chibi, it's all about the journey, and well, that's probably a much healthier outlook than my super uber competitiveness. Yeah, I have to say, I still want to win. So, what we have going on my screen is we just got the notification of beavers. You'll remember, right when we were leaving off, we had some thunder strikes and storms. This took out a lot of our trees, and over here we have alpha beavers just doing alpha beavery things. So, we're going to come over here, find our hunter. Our hunter, by the way, Chibi, is you. And we are going to let you eat your dinner, because dinner. And then we're going to send you on the great beaveriffering. I'm making up words now, you know that, right?
Yes.
So the way we do this in a cheaty sort of way is we're going to turn down his handling and cooking to second priority, so he'll go hunting as his first priority. Also, same deal, we want Josh to go hunting. So we're going to click him up. Josh has a handgun, Chibi has a rifle, and there we go. Off to shoot things we go. Josh is currently in bed. Josh, dude, you napping? Yep, he's sleeping. It is night in our world, obviously. Sorry. James, what's going on your screen?
It just became night. Digging out a room, I'm digging out a room in a mountain for another person, so we can stop getting that annoying slept on the ground.
I do hate that one. I set my people up in a building that came prefab with 4 tiny, closet-sized apartments. Closet size. It's probably about the size of, like the dorm rooms at Stanford. They're closets. Closet with a bed. And you were doing a great job shooting these beavers out. This works to our advantage because we have people complaining over here about tattered apparel, and sure enough, now we've got beaver skin everything.
Yep.
So, beavers are one of my least loved events because they can turn on you. Also because it's not something you can ignore for 5 minutes or they will just start decimating your trees. Maybe not so bad on this map full of trees, but on a regular map where, you've got mostly grasslands and a handful of trees, they can seriously screw with your wood production. Alright, and you're going off to bed to sleep. Some of these beavers look like they will be bleeding out overnight. That's fine, they're still edible. I mean, obviously don't try it in real life, but for intents purposes, it's okay. Also, I just realized our dog Scrooge is sleeping on the floor. So we're going to go ahead and pop him up a little puppy bed here.
Well, people over here are complaining about tattered apparel, and yet I have some nice, nifty, new gear for people to wear.
Makes sense. Also, canned food, something that this mod introduces. You can have that in your regular storage. It doesn't have to be all set aside in the, pantry refrigerated spots. So I'm going to kick my speed up a little bit since it's night. Not a lot is happening. I'm watching them sleep. There we go. Josh is first to rise. And I'm going to go play a game of horseshoes before the day's slaughter. Alright, Josh. I can respect that. What about you? Have you ever played horseshoes?
I think I have. Yeah, I have.
See, to my knowledge, I've never played horseshoes. Now, I have played bocce, which is sort of the Italian equivalent. Now, sometimes it's called lawn bowling in the U.S. And I got relatively good at that at summer camp. It's sort of like being good at rhythm gymnastics. It's being good at a sport that's only really considered a sport in the Olympics. It's like, okay, yeah. But yes, oddly enough, I can play bocce rather well. It's a fun game because essentially part of how well you do at that game is how much of a jerk you can be to other people. by things like, say, oh, I don't know, knocking their balls away from the target area to
Yeah.
get bonus points. Because not only do you have to be good at bowling yours, you can just simply knock their crap away and win that way too. So essentially, it's a game that lets you be a bit of a jerk. Which is probably why it's up. Josh is just like bullet storming over here. What is his actual skill with a gun? I know he's second highest because I gave him the handgun, but what is his actual skill? 7. With Fast Walker and Steadfast, yeah, Josh, you should be hitting a little bit more than you are. Woohoo, we got a cowboy hat made. A beaver skin cowboy. Looks like some old-timey stuff.
He got food poisoning from eating a simple meal.
Yeah, I'm getting food poisoning from simple meals too. And I haven't quite figured out why. Like, let's take a look here. We're right at 30 degrees refrigeration temperature here. Let's knock it down 2 more to get straight down into frozen. But I don't think we should be getting food poisoning.
I know all food has a chance of having food poisoning on it, but...
Yeah, mine seems a little abnormally high. Oh my gosh.
Check out your cook and see their food poisoning chance.
That's you, by the way. So, let's see what your chances of killing people are. Taking a quick glance, I see a lot of blood on the ground, but it looks like I am all the way done with my alpha beaver infestation. So, I'm gonna go with that. Got some turkeys and other wildlife around. I could definitely keep hunting, but I think we've probably hit the most meat they can deal with at the moment. We've got corpses and butchering going on and all sorts of good things. Yep, you're going back to researching, so that tells me that we are good there. So we're just gonna flick your handling and cooking back up. I have run into a bit of a snag. You're also my best researcher, as well as my best cook. That's a problem. But everybody else's skill is kind of abysmal. What I need someone to show up who can cook.
Yeah.
So I'm going to dial that down a little. Dial the hunting down a little second. Now that we've gone that all sourced out. And I think it is time to go see what the neighbors have brought to trade.
Alright, I just need to build 2 more bedrooms. And then I have bedrooms for my current colonists.
Yay! It's always like this great spot where you realize that, yes, I've got stuff to do, the thing I need to do. Do I need a light machine gun? It would make the raids easier. Because right now I've just got the pistol and the regular gun. I think I might... It's not a great price, but it's not a terrible price. And I think I need a machine gun. Girl needs a machine gun, right?
Yeah.
Now I just need to decide if you get it or if Josh gets it. Oh god, could you imagine Josh going just full on Pacino?
Yeah. Say
Like-
hello to my little friend.
Exactly. I might giggle my head off at Scarface far more than I should. I will not lie, it amuses me. So does, of all things, and everyone now is going to know what a horrible person I am, that scene in The Godfather where the guy wakes up with the horse head in his bed. Holy smokes, I lose it in like just a giant giggly fit every time. And then I realize I'm a horrible person. And then I see it again and I giggle again because I'm a horrible person. Alright, I think... See, the problem is Tony's melee is at 15.
Yes.
I hate when my people melee because it puts them in striking distance. But on the flip side of that, it makes some sense to not have them overdo it. I wish you could swap melee to skills to, like, shooting skills.
Yeah.
Now I've got to figure out which of her weapons is the best. Got a normal, probably a knife instead of a club, you'd think, yeah?
Yeah.
Let me look at that knife stats. Alright, so we have shuffled everybody through their pickups. Let me take a look at the club she was wearing. Oh yeah.
What is my researcher doing? Relaxing socially. Okay. That's cute and all, but I'm gonna need you to research. Maggie, why are you idle? Maggie doesn't have anything to mine. Or to art. Okay, well.
Nothing to diggy hole on?
Nothing to diggy hole on. However, it looks like I'm going to need to fix that. Because I see places that I need to expand. Like my food storage room.
Ooh, I just found a big old vein of compacted plasticine.
Cool.
In some of my earlier... Oh, yeah, that's like 30-some squares. Oh, yummy yum. So my earlier playthroughs, plasticine has been the hardest thing to find, so just finding a big old clump of it on an open hillside like that, this is a good seed. Like, I am not mad at that at all.
Amy and Mickey are now new lovers.
Aww. Art imitating life here?
Yep.
So, I don't know if you've been, oh. Let me see. Oh, no, those were my old combat suppliers. They've already left. They, did some adjustments so that, suppliers and traders are more likely to tell you what they will and won't take.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now, on this, current mod, the cotton doesn't come off the trees as cloth. Ooh, camel hair just showed up. Sounds scratchy. Remember when you were a kid and, like, your fancy clothes just were horribly, horribly itchy?
Yeah.
I think little girl clothes with the frilly lace is the worst, but I imagine boys' clothes weren't terribly comfortable either.
No.
Camel hair sounds like every horrible standing collared dress my mom ever bought me, combined into one.
Cargo pods. Let's see what it brought down. Well, it's time to go bananas. How far away from the base is this?
Ooh!
It's a walk, but...
And I have my raid incoming, and it's a guy named Orange. With a harpoon. And hemp tribal wear. Let's take a look. What are your... He is trigger happy, cold tolerant, and abrasive, incapable of caring. Decent mining, though.
Decent mining is always good.
Yep. Extremely low expectations. I have that feeling on life sometimes too, Orange.
Alright, I have found some ancient danger. Oh boy. I'll be avoiding digging through that. Because that is no siree.
Alright, let's... I've noticed there's some definite particle changes too. Not that I'm angry at it, just that there are. Alright, let's think this through. If I send a machine gun after Orange, even with her abrasiveness, chances are good that they're just going to blow her head off.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I necessarily... Trigger happy is not a great skill, but shooting at 3 would make her my third best shooter. Abrasive can flub a little bit of the social, but we can probably work around that. Our people are mostly happy right now. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna try to take her prisoner if we can.
Okay.
That means that I have to throw a sleeping spot in a bedroom. I don't exactly have a spare bedroom right now, but I can always take one of my rooms, throw a sleeping spot in, and then pretty it up while she's... Can we call it visiting?
I don't know.
You know, like this room right here, I could make this into a quick and dirty. Throw some structure in with wool.
I think it's about time to research better cooking so I get, not simple meals anymore, but the next step up, fine meals.
Tony's really good with that knife. Remember, we're talking knife versus harpoon. Never take a knife to a harpoon fight, right, kids?
Right.
Kitty's a terrible shot, so we've got a chance that she'll simply wing her instead of actually killing her. Yeah, that's what we're going with. We're going to send Kitty out with the handgun and hope that she wounds her but doesn't kill her, and then Tony to fix things up with melee if we need to. That's my plan.
I kinda like this mushroom, this cave mushroom, mod. Because it's free stuff.
Yep. Alright, we've got our conscripted guest room. We're calling it that, right? The conscripted guest room. That sounds fun. Up and ready to go.
Alright, passive cooling. And now I shall go for advanced cooking.
The passive cooling is the best thing if you're at a tribal level with the heat wave coming. Alright, come on now, let's just knock her the heck out.
But it's also cheaper compared to the cooler if you just need...
Yeah, a few days to cool something down.
Yep.
I agree. It does use a lot of wood. Alright, is she down? She is dead. Oh man, I tried to soft pitch you. Come on. And that is part of the problem is even with Kitty's god-awful shooting, she still managed to eventually throw enough bullets into somebody. Which I guess is the moral of that story. Even if you're god-awful, sooner or later I can still, yeah. Alright, time for a new grave. Well, we didn't get anyone new this time. Alright. So, one of the new things that I just got a message for is Aloe 40 has rotted away in storage. So, make sure your aloe is in your fridge, which I guess makes sense since you have to do that in real life too. But yes, it now tells you if something is rotting. I do have 11 aloe there. Spoils in 6 days, so we should move that into our fridge. I think at the time the fridge was simply full. So, aloe should be medicines. I think. Gonna have to kind of fiddle with it for a moment, for that matter.
Somebody has not gone and picked up this shoddy shotgun. However, I think I need to fix that by finding somebody that has a good shooting that doesn't have a good weapon. Meh.
Alright, there we go. And you are currently meditating. So, we do have an extra apartment getting started over here. We can always go with that as we need to. I currently managed from when I was digging out to end up with a cave. So I am going with that cave as my mushroom farm. Oh, the other thing, since I have cotton being grown, In this mod, you need a loom. That's going to be in production where everything else is, of course. But yes, you will need the tailor's loom. Cotton no longer comes off the plant as a bolt of fabric. I kind of appreciate that. Even if it does make, an extra step for me, it is a little more realistic.
And it helps to up people's crafting / tailoring / whatever. So it is nice.
Yep. So, just set up my loom. And I've got a rough outline of 2 or 3 more rooms coming on. I have an eclipse, so my solar power is about to go per toss.
Yeah.
Josh is currently cooking, and I think I need to take a look at that. Cooking speed of 4, but with passion. So I think we're gonna have to deal with a couple upset tummies for a little bit while he gets that set up and going. So far, I've got a mostly agricultural society going on. How about you, Chibs? What are you specializing in?
I'm about the same, actually.
The beginning is really about getting that farm up to get that long haul.
I just now started really hard crafting and, arting.
Yeah. I just got the 8 without table, which I always forget to put the darn table in. So, low mood, 8 without table, witness outsider's death, joy deprived, and ugly environment. I imagine that's Tony. She's been butchering a lot, and that's probably contributing to it. So we might have a cleanup day going soon here. I think I'm going to turn this room over here into a general workshop and dining room and start to pretty it up. That seems my plan.
Alright, well, everybody now has their own room, but they do not have their own bed.
Oh. Alright. I need somebody to bury my corpse. Also, Muffalo 2 has joined our happy family. We're going to strip Orange and get her in the ground before Tony wakes up and sees her, so Tony doesn't have a fear. As much as I love cannibalism as a life choice, I think we're gonna just bury her. Do that, build one wall right up in here. And throw a door in, and boom, we now have our next workshop area. The eclipse is still ongoing, and that's just fine too. And there we go. And at the very back of this workshop area, we are going to put that beautiful, beautiful, stop having feels about it table. Because, seriously, stop having feels about it. It's a table. Oh, better yet. I'm debating. I've just finished researching Agriculture 2, by the way. So I think we're going to shoot straight up to Agriculture 3, and we are just going to be farming. This unlocks apples, bananas, cherries, olives, orange, peaches, dates, and figs. Which totally makes me hungry for a fruit salad. How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah, just fruit salad. Yes, please.
Yeah.
But then again, my fruity salad brings all the nuts to the yard. This is why I shouldn't be allowed to try singing. It's always bad. So, here we go. Just going forward.
Maggie has nothing to do. What is Maggie good at that? Oh, okay. I think it's time to give Maggie some more plants to plant. Let's see, what do you think? Coffee?
You know how I feel about coffee. Coffee is the thing that lets the rest of you live. Alright. So, what we currently have going on, not too bad, although now that my eclipse is just about over, yeah, just about over, which is good because my cooler, of course, ran out of power during all that. We're at 52. It won't make everything rot, but everything that was frozen did unthaw. Oh, now it's a problem. Also, I have, it looks like visitors coming. And I'm looking for them on map because, of course, like a jerk, I canceled them out. Alright. So, just to review, click on your visitors. Now, if there's a button here that says guest, that means you can try to entertain them. It's part of the hospitality mod. These two were not sent by the hospitality mod, and I know that because I cannot try to entertain them. That is how you skill up social.
That is one of the ways you can skill up
One of the
social.
ways you can skill up social. The other thing is, over here, getting more traders. More trader caravans will come to visit you if you're allied with factions. If you have no allies, no caravans ever visit. You can also pay your allies to say and trade caravans by calling them on the comms console. So you can actually basically put out for a delivery call. But you can, I don't think you can control what they bring you, just that they're bringing you something. Yep, see these two, they're essentially just passing through. They tipped their hat, they said howdy ma'am, and there they went. And that's fine. I think the thing with playing something so heavily modded is you want to be super, super careful that you don't turn around and try to do everything in every mod at once, because you will run around so busy that you know, like, forget the very basics of how to play.
Yeah.
At least that's my theory.
Maggie and Ime will share a bed. Yep. Install this here.
So, my husky is now fully trained in hauling. Once you get a dog fully trained in hauling, your life is easier.
Now I just have my cute little alpaca here. There we go. Person over here has a bed now. And person over here has their own bed and room now. So everyone can stop having feelings that they slept on the floor.
Sounds fair.
However, it seems like I might need to expand my stockpile zone, or make a new one. And just convert that area into a bed.
So I'm going to be putting in some of the newer fruits. Not that snow beets haven't served us very well, they have. But I think it's time to start showing up somewhat some of these new foods can do. So I'm going to drop our next growing zone right here. Let's do Q rows, and we're going to make this. Yeah, see this glorious list? At this point, we can make almost anything. I think let's start by putting in.
Oh no, I didn't plant coffee beans. I planted cocoa beans.
You made chocolate.
I made chocolate. I'm glad that I just researched advanced cooking too.
Yep. Cocoa, watermelon, blueberry, strawberry, agave, gooseberries. I actually like gooseberries. We grew them at our last house, and they were fabulous. They make a really good tart. But what I want is I'm going to put in some of these trees now. The apple, banana, orange, peach, date, fig, cherry, coconut, olive. You know, let's go for figs, because I kind of love figs.
Alright, I'm installing a candy making machine.
And then all of Chibi's colonists got back.
Actually, I do not like it installed there, so I will be moving it. However, I need to mine this out. Let's see what I can make here. Hard candy? Chocolate. What does chocolate take? Probably just
Sugar?
sugar and cocoa. Okay.
I mean, guessing there, but...
You're right.
Yeah. Alright, and we now are ready to start the next part of our adventure. Which is, remember when I said my original goal was to make just be a tribe of beer-loving fools. It is time to start up our brewery. So the first thing I put down is my brewing table. Then fermenting barrels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You remember how I have the room right next door be cooled? That's why I put these next to each other. We're going to come in, we're going to grab a vent. We're going to vent from the other room into this one at the back.
I've decided that my hippies are going to plant even more stuff. This also keeps them busy for a little bit by constructing. However, we have hit our 30-minute mark.
Yep.
What do you say? We pause here and then come back?
I say we're going to pause here, and we are going to then continue with the adventure of the very boozy, damn it, Josh, Quad Cities. We're going on with the beer.
We're going on with fattening pastries.
The fattening beer and pastries. We have, in fact, encapsulated the Josh in this.
Yes.
When we come back, we're going to be talking booze, we're going to be talking sweets, and we're going to be talking how to keep your colonists happy while the world burns around them. This is Sadie.
And GBS.
We'll be right back. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.